Hello again. I'm something of a connoisseur of evasion by governments and large organisations, and I always enjoy seeing them doing their best to hide some unpalatable fact or other. A few years ago, awful diseases such as TB, polio, and diphtheria had been more or less eradicated in this country, which is, of course, why we stopped bothering with vaccinations against TB. I'm sure older viewers will remember the BCG. There was no point anymore. TB had gone. We didn't have any TB in this country. According to the government website, to which I give a link in the description to this video, TB is on the rise, and last year there were 4,850 cases in England. The World Health Organization had hoped to eliminate TB from the whole world within the next 10 years, in the way that they managed to do with smallpox, but this isn't looking very likely now. It is spreading around the world, and the chances of tracking down every case look very slender. According to the government website, the United Kingdom Health Security Agency is, and I quote, working with partners to investigate the reasons behind the increase in TB in this country. I do not think that statement can possibly be meant seriously, for I know the reasons with perfect assurance. If I know them, then I'm pretty sure that the UK HSA must also know them. We read that TB rates are much higher in UK-born individuals from ethnic groups other than white. That sounds like a clue to me. Then too, we are told that people born outside the UK, especially in countries in South Asia, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Africa, Eritrea, Nigeria, and Eastern Europe, Romania, experience the highest number of cases. It rather sounds to me as though the United Kingdom Health Security Agency is being a little less than honest when they say that they are working with partners to investigate the reasons behind the increase in TB in this country. I think they already know what's going on. One thing, though, apparently still puzzles them, and that is that, and again I quote, the proportion of TB notifications accounted for by people born outside the UK has been steadily rising for a number of years. However, the increase in TB in 2023 has now been seen in both UK-born and non-UK-born populations in England. Well, that's a bit of a poser, isn't it? I wonder what could possibly explain the rise in the number of cases of TB among people born in England. Could it perhaps be that they have been infected by people who were not born in England and brought the disease into the country from overseas? Of course, I freely admit I am neither a doctor nor an expert in epidemiology, but I would put money on that being the explanation for what is seen. In short, according to the data, foreigners suffering from tuberculosis are entering the country and then giving the disease to people living here. I wonder if any viewers might be able to put a different construction on what we read on the government's website. What about diphtheria? Until 5 years ago, there were on average just 2 cases a year of this disease being found in England, invariably from people arriving from abroad or those who had travelled abroad on holiday. In October 2022, though, there were 18 cases, and the following month, 27. All were among asylum seekers. This sharp rise coincided precisely with the surge of small boats crossing the English Channel. I thought that I would publish this video as, a bit of a public service, really, because the United Kingdom Health Security Service says that they are working with partners to find the reason why things like TB and diphtheria are on the increase. I have saved them the trouble of a long, complicated and expensive investigation.